What's going on, good people? Welcome to the first episode of This Brother Can Fly. Actually, what's really kind of tripped out is I actually can't fly right now. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to dedicate this whole YouTube channel to my journey from somebody who cannot fly, one of those planes over there, to somebody who can. So this is my first video. I have done something called a discovery flight, and I'll tell you more about what that is. But more importantly, I want you to know that you'll be able to take this whole journey with me, from my first discovery flight to my medical, to my first lesson if I do this right. Now first, hopefully you guys will give me a pass on this whole videotaping and video editing and all that kind of stuff. I'm new to all of this. New GoPro, new computer, all of that kind of stuff. But I thought that this journey would be fascinating enough where I'd want to take a few of you here with me. So welcome to my channel, and I thank you for indulging. So let's get to it. So you may be wondering how I got into all this whole flying thing. And it's interesting. I have to admit that I didn't find aviation. Aviation found me. But it's an interesting situation because how aviation found me, it actually found me on YouTube. And it's just crazy because I never knew that my passion for flying was so strong until I hit YouTube. And I have to give a couple shout outs to my mentors. They don't even know exist. They don't know I exist. They have no idea who I am. They've never met me, but one day, if this all goes the way I want to, they will. But yeah, I mean, I met these people kind of like on YouTube. And the first guy I met, and shout out to Mojo Grip Mike. But here's what's funny. I am a motorcycle rider. I consider myself a rider, for real. Been doing that for since I was 7. And, you know, ride all kinds of bikes, sport bikes, enduros, mini bikes, dirt bikes. Now I'm on a big cruiser, all of that kind of stuff. But I just happened across, you know, was doing some stuff with motorcycles, looking at, you know, different things on the web in terms of, you know, people on YouTube riding bikes and all that kind of stuff. And I ran into my first mentor, who I've never met, but is a mentor and a friend in my head, Mojo Grip Mike. And actually, here's one of his videos. This is the actual video that I ran into. Okay, so I'm not going to play too much of the video, but basically in this video, I guess he had wrecked he has a Yamaha Striker, he had wrecked it, you know, and I was watching the video and that kind of thing. And, you know, I don't know much about Yamaha Strikers. I've never ridden one, but, you know, I was lamenting. I felt the brother's pain. He wrecked his baby. I mean, if you're not a motorcycle rider, you don't understand. But I mean, you know, dropping your bike is like dropping your freshly made ice cream cone on the ground. Okay? I mean, it is almost debilitating. So at any rate, here's the thing. So I had this situation where I was looking at Mojo Grip Mike's, and I was looking at some of his other videos, and I'm looking at like, wait a minute, what is this airplane stuff? And so I started looking at, you know, some of his other videos, and I can't remember which one, but I think it was this one that really kind of took the cake. Come on. I'm going to edit this out. So the first airplane video I watched was this, from my man Mojo Grip Mike. And I'm looking at this and I'm like, wait, this brother's a pilot? He's flying? I'm like, oh my gosh, that's what's up. Shout out to Mojo Grip Mike. So anyway, that's kind of how this started. And lo and behold, next thing I know, I start watching all of these different YouTube videos. I never thought I'd find myself in a position where I'd actually be wanting to go back to school. Never in a million years did I think, okay, you know what? Yeah, classroom, studying, homework, yeah, give me some more of that. But I can't wait to engage. To all of you folks out there who are already licensed, certified pilots, I ask that you just continue to support a brother. So once I started watching all these YouTube videos, I kind of went down the rabbit hole. The next thing I know, I'm watching videos all the time about takeoffs, landings, communications with the air traffic control. Of course, every time I would listen to it, I would try to figure out what exactly they were saying. You know, November 125 Charlie Papa, blah, 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 blah. Of course, I didn't know what the heck they were talking about, but of course, I was very intrigued about what it was that they were saying. And so I kept just watching over and over, watching all these different videos about, you know, how they were flying, what kind of planes they were flying, trying to figure out, trying to figure out what kind of planes that they were flying, all kinds of stuff like that. So it was pretty fascinating. Just try to go through that whole process. And so now I'm like completely obsessed. And all I do now is just watch videos, try to figure out like what their people are saying, what they're talking about, again, what kind of planes they're flying, how all of that stuff is communicated. And so it's like very, very fascinating to figure out like, dang, I like really want to do this thing. So what I found myself doing at the end was trying to figure out, you know, did I really want to do this thing? And that's when I realized that, you know, I really did have a want and a need to do this flying, to actually get into, you know, dealing with being on an airplane and figuring out how to fly it, figuring out like how things were fueled. Hi. And so, yeah, you know, anytime you're sitting there talking to people, people are going to stare at you. But at any rate, so it was one of those things where I tried to figure out where I was going to go with it, what I was going to do. And it's been a wonderful ride already. So basically in my next video, I'm going to describe my process about how I decided to actually do a discovery flight. Now, one of the things that I will basically foreshadow is that I had to do not one discovery flight, but two. Yeah, it was kind of interesting. But suffice it to say, I am definitely happy that I have discovered this whole life of aviation, that it has allowed me to enter its world, and I'm hopefully at the end I'll get to a point where I will be able to say to all of you folks watching me talk to myself that I am actually a certificate holding licensed pilot. And so one of the things I want to do is once I am, of course I want to do Oshkosh. I want to, you know, fly and meet people. I want to do meetups. I want the $100 hamburger. I want all of that. So I'm hoping that all of you watching will excuse the quality of this video. Again, I'm not really good at this whole YouTube stuff. I'm not good at making videos. Not good at just basically talking to a little square box because it feels weird. Like I'm getting ready to lose my mind. But at the same time, I want to share this journey with everybody. I want to dedicate this whole video to the Red Tails, the Tuskegee Airmen, and all of those brothers and sisters that came before me that are in the life of aviation. I thank you for paving the way, for allowing me the opportunity to even engage in this activity. That's number one. Number two, I want to thank all of you aviators out there who have taken the time to do what I'm doing right now, to talk to yourself and look into a little square box and provide content for all of us folks out there, because you are truly an inspiration. And the only thing that I ask from you folks out there if you're, you know, in the industry, or if you're just a private pilot, or if you're in aviation at any way, just all I ask is that you show a brother some support, because I'm sure there's going to be times where I'm not going to want to be bothered with flying or looking at charts or figuring out weight balances or any of that kind of stuff. My days of school and sitting in class are long gone. And the last time I sat in the class, I said to myself, this was the last time I was going to go to school. Well, looks like that's not the case. So, I definitely hope that all of you will, you know, help a brother, support me, leave messages down in the comments of encouragement, tips on, you know, what I should talk about. And if there's folks of you out there who are thinking about doing this yourself, what do you want me to talk about? What do you want me to try to show? I'm going to try to be as transparent in this process as I can. So, like I said, I thank you all for paying attention to all of this madness and being involved in it. And hopefully, one day soon, I will be able to say, this brother can fly.